Now, if we flow, we have seen, things go great and we have peace. But when we inhibit flow, we find pain and chaos. And conversely, when we find pain and chaos, we inhibit energy flow. So there's a vicious cycle there that we so often get ourselves caught in. And that's painful. But we've also seen that pain is different than discomfort. Discomfort can be very good for us, while pain is always bad for us. And in a backwards way, discomfort can even feel good. Anybody who knows that, who loves to do hard work or hard exercise. We've just barely begun to investigate Kundalini energy and chakras, things like that, but that's where we're headed. But even to this point, we've already seen that for energy to flow through these pipelines, our chakras have to be open. Even though we haven't studied, we don't know what it means to be open, what opening a chakra is. People use terms like that, like chakras being open and open their chakra. But if you quiz them, you might find that they don't really know what they mean. And perhaps neither do you at this point. But that's all right. Hold on, you will. What we know for now is that chakras don't even begin to open. They don't think about opening until we understand peace. We have to understand it viscerally, from our own experience, from our experience of being at peace. Peace, as we've seen, is always pleasurable. Okay, what else have we looked at? Well, we have seen that invisible body intellect. That stuff we have always learned about thought, memory, reason, recall, intellect, intelligence, all these things that we have always thought were locked up here in the brain somewhere. And we've seen they are in fact in every cell of our body. They permeate every cell of our body. That body intellect is our subconscious mind. And so physically we're built. This stuff is manufactured by our own mind, by the body intellect. And that brings us to today. And today we have a lofty goal. Today we are going to explain the meaning of life. We're on our way to a more in-depth understanding of chakras and Kundalini energy, things like that. But we won't actually get to chakras today. We're just setting the stage. First, we need to understand a little bit more about the mind and what pleasure and pain, health and sickness, peace and chaos have to do with it all. That's what our show is about today then. Seeing how mind, pain and pleasure, sickness and health, yoga, and the meaning of life all fit together. We're laying the groundwork for our investigation of chakras and what they have to do with your health and growth and self-improvement and realizing your full potential. Okay, so promote energy flow or inhibit it. These chakras are somehow involved in the process. We know that. And we'll start to understand that a little bit better over the next few shows. But first, we have work to do. We still have to see how finding peace, or at least finding a pathway to peace, finding an understanding of where it is, we have to understand how that's a prerequisite. And then we have to understand how to get there in a very chaotic world. And to do that, we have to understand what is so real about so many invisible things. In fact, it's the physical stuff that's the unreal. It's a hologram of sorts. It's an optical illusion, some projection just sort of thrown up by the invisible forces. It's the energetic world of wavelengths and frequencies and pulses and rhythms and vibrations. That's all that's real. It's that frozen steam that Einstein explained. He explained it so clearly. But yet so many people, including people who study Einstein, including people who use his theories every day, somehow have been unwilling or unable to even consider. All right, so we have plenty to do today. But now we've reached the part of the show where we get to stop for a minute. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you're in a place that you can do that, because we have reached the part of our show where we take our virtual field trip, our journey in our mind's eye. Today, we're going to have some fun. You get to visualize that you go to an NBA basketball game, a professional basketball game. But unlike most of the 25,000 people there, you go in uniform. And you walk down to the locker room and somehow you get in. And so you just walk in the door and you just announce yourself. And you say, "Okay, coach, I'm here. Put me in. I'm ready to go, buddy." And everybody in the room, their mouths just drop. while they're calling security, the coach says, hey, you can't just walk in here and expect to play on the team. You aren't qualified. And so you reply, not qualified? Not qualified? What are you talking about? I'm the best basketball player you've ever seen. I've been practicing in my backyard for years, been working for this moment all my life. Well, about that time, security arrives and begins to assist you out. And on your way out, you sort of soften your stance a little bit, and you say, okay, I understand. I know I need to qualify now. How can I do it? Can I come to practice tomorrow and try out? Coach says, no, you can't even do that. And you say, but wait, what if I'm a phenomenon? What if I'm Michael Jordan? What if I'm better than that? How will you ever know? And let's just say, for the sake of this visualization, that you are that good. Well, the coach says, look, we have ways of qualifying our team members around here, and this ain't it. I don't care how good you are or how good you think you are. You aren't even qualified to try out. Hold that thought. We are on our road, as mentioned, to investigating chakras and Kundalini energy. In order to do that, first, we are going to explain the purpose of life, the meaning of it all, the reason for your existence in this world. I know what you're thinking. You've been searching for it for years. And here I am. I'm just going to spill it out to you in about the next 3 minutes or so. You're thinking, Joseph, if you know this, why didn't you tell me years and years ago? And you didn't ask. All right, it's a chain of events. According to old yogis, and we have seen that those old yogis are pretty bright, the purpose of life is to realize your true self. Okay, that's it. We're done. We can all go take a nap now. And you're thinking, done? Thanks a lot, smart guy. What does it mean? What does it mean, realize your true self? Realize what you've always been all along? Well, I'm not going to tell you what you've always been all along. You're going to have to figure out how to do that by yourself. But I will tell you how to do it. Here goes. We have to discover what's real. That's all.